research-tested line of food wash and wipes that is up to 99.9% more effective than water in cleaning wax. The only natural patented produce wash in a 14-day study, applying Eat Cleaner all-natural fruit vegetable wash to a variety of fruit and 100 pure guaranteed vegetables. Also prolongs shelf life up to 5 times longer through a natural blend of fruit acids and antioxidants. This can help save your family on average of over $500 per year, reducing waste and making it easy to get your half plate of fruit and vegetables each day. Eat Cleaner offers a wide variety of solutions for food safety and shelf life extension for consumers, retailers, food service, and operators. USDA bio-based, OMRI listed for use on organic produce, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, made in the USA, lab-proven, and patented. So if you want cleaner fruits and veggies, try Eat Cleaner. Check the link in the description section below. WhoThatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or Fly. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, Who That Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is Saints Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
So I love when you signed Jameis Winston last year. I smiled. I raved about it on the air because, you know, I think he's got a ton of talents. And, you know, obviously has to cut down on the interceptions and what we saw last. We saw him, of course, in Tampa. But I've always believed in his ability. But most especially, Mickey, I believe in Jameis under Sean as a coach, a disciplinarian. I believe in Jameis in terms of what Sean can bring to the table. You know, when we talked to Sean the week of the Super Bowl, he thought Jameis could be a, quote, star in his offense, his system. What are your expectations for Jameis Winston this season?
Well, first of all, look, he's going to be in a competition with Taysom. So we're really excited and high on Taysom, just as we are on Jameis, and it's going to be interesting to see how that, shakes out. Listen, Jameis has been fantastic, and, you have these impressions of guys afar, but when you get him in your building, you really learn a lot about him, and he was just fantastic as a teammate. Fantastic representative of the organization. He's a smart football player. He's hardworking, just everything that you would want. And so I'm excited to see how this shakes out. We got a great room there with those two guys and Ian Book, who we drafted, and Trevor Simeon, who's on our team. And so I'm excited to see how that all shakes out because those guys are all about winning. And we'll see what happens.
Now, you know how much I love what you and Sean do, but you got to help me on the Taysom Hill thing because that's That's one, Mickey. I don't see it. I don't necessarily get it. Even when he would go in, when Drew is the quarterback or the ball's not in Alvin Kamara's hands, why do you guys value Taysom Hill? What's Taysom Hill's ultimate upside, Mickey, in your opinion?
Well, look, he's a tremendous athlete. Number one, he's got a tremendous arm. He's got tremendous speed, strength, smart football player. Look, for what he's done for us to date, he is just been a great football player. I mean, I think he could be a really top flight tight end. He can be a top flight H-back in our league. And so first of all, he's a great football player, but he's got mobility. We've all seen him, run the ball, catch the ball. He can throw it. And he's just got a lot of God-given talent. And he's a smart football player as well, and he's got good leadership skills. So we're going to see how all this shakes out, but we're definitely high on Taysom.
Michael Thomas, obviously disappointment on a lot of levels last year. This on the heels, obviously, of a remarkable season the campaign before. What version of Michael Thomas are the Saints fans going to see this upcoming season?
Well, look, Michael was only limited by, the fact that he got injured. And look, that happens sometimes in our league. It happens. And it took longer to heal from that than I think any of us expected. He had some setbacks, but Michael as a football player hasn't changed. So when Mike's healthy, we're going to get the 2019 version of Mike Thomas. I'm supremely confident. He's one of the most competitive and driven football players that I've ever been around, and so it's important to him. It's important to him to play at an elite level, and that's not going to ever change.
Obviously, Tom Brady was on HBO, and he had a great quote in general saying, I can't believe that a certain team would, quote, stick with that MFer. Maybe I'll say that's not an exact quote, but we'll go with it for the sake of the conversation because my kids do listen to the podcast. I'm curious, Mickey, because you kicked the tires on everything, and the Saints were always thrown around as a possibility. In February and March of 2020, did you guys kick the tires on signing Tom Brady?
Well, look, all I can say is this, is that, look, as soon as Drew made the decision that he was going to play again last year, then that's the route we were going. So that's probably all I'm going to say to that.
I think that's a great response. When you look at the expansion in terms of games for this upcoming season, you like that, dislike it, indifferent, going to the 17th game for this upcoming campaign?
Well, it's a good question. I would probably say in front of it, look, I think more games are always challenging, but look, that's above my pay grade. It's above my pay grade, and we're going to play the amount of games that they give us, and we're going to try to win every single one of them, and that's what we're going to do, and we'll adjust accordingly. I think that we can do that as well as anyone. Is take the given set of circumstances that we're given and adjust to it, whether it's an amount of games or if it's a pandemic or a hurricane, whatever the case may be. I think particularly with the our head coach, we're able to handle adversity.
I don't think there's any question about it. And Mickey, final question, because this goes back to what you guys do upstairs to, put Sean in position, and he is an absolute gem. Oftentimes we'll quote numbers in terms of the salary cap and New Orleans up against it. You have this unbelievable way when it comes to dealing with the salary cap. Is there a secret to the success? Is it about finding those great gems and unearthing them in the draft? How do you guys maintain this roster year in, year out in terms of it being a top-flight roster every season?
Well, that's a good question. And we haven't, I wouldn't say that we've done that every year, but look, we've had a recent good run, driven by, in large part by a couple of real good draft classes. The Mike Thomas class before that, we got some good players out of that as well. You have to have, young players perform well if you're going to have a good roster, because you just can't afford to have, a high paid guy at every position. And then you have to be selective in terms of ultimately who you keep, even though you want to keep them all. I would say this last year was particularly challenging because, we plan these things out, 3-4 years in advance, and then, a pandemic hits and the salary cap drops as opposed to increasing, and that throws a real monkey wrench into your plans. And frankly, we had to release some guys that we didn't want to release, and that were, real good people, real good players, guys that, can help us win, and we weren't able to keep them all. And so that's been the challenge. I've got, an outstanding guy in Kai Harley that helps does salary cap and negotiations for us, and has a real creative mind in terms of how we can manage the salary cap. And so between us, we've been able to, keep some guys, and look, we make mistakes like anyone else does. But, when you've had an elite quarterback, that's one of the things that helps cover up your mistakes is the performance of the quarterback, and having a great head coach can give you a margin for error that you don't always have.
That's Mickey Loomis, man, chiming in on the episode with Adam Shine, the Adam Shine podcast, via SXM podcast on the radio there. As Mickey Loomis chime in with his thoughts about Jameis Taysom, the salary cap, among other things. Just wanted to make the family members aware of Mickey. That's right, Mickey on the mic. Yeah, where's Sean? Where's Sean? Gotta talk to Sean. I hear you, Mickey. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank. I appreciate y'all chilling and being in the building. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank. Mickey Loomis, man. We redirect all questions to Sean. Just send them to Sean. All right, Mickey, we're going to talk to Sean. All right, big ups to the Great Saint Think Tank. I appreciate y'all being in the building for this Thursday stream. Much love to y'all. Big ups to the fam, man. And like I've been saying for some time, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q, the host, and you're the Great Saint Think Tank, the Who Dat Nation, the Black and Gold Nation, the best in the business of pro football. And I salute you and the entire Sports Coma family, the Great Saint Think Tank. If you're not a member, hit the subscribe button like Merrick J. Young. What's up, Merrick? Appreciate you subscribing, my friend. Much love to Merrick J. Young for becoming the newest member of the Great Saint Think Tank. Big ups to the fam. Thank you, Merrick. Appreciate you, family. Please feel free to hit upon the like button as well, family, as you're coming into the live stream. And this one here is called TSC Mickey Loomis Talks Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. We also have some other articles we're going to cover as well in the show. So who that to the Black and Gold family. Appreciate y'all being up in here. Roll call. Byron. Big ups to brother Byron. Who that to you. Fly Trace social media in the building as well. Much love to you. What's up, JT? Who that to brother JT? Brother Tori is in the building as well. Much love to you. Pick it and flick it. Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. What's up, Mocha? Who that to you, Mocha? Appreciate you, family. And thank you for your super chat. Much love to you, Mocha. Much love indeed. Appreciate you. Shedrick is in the building, brother Shedrick. Gabriel Thomas. What's up, Gabriel? Who that to you as well? Pelicans Nola is in the building. What's up, Pelicans Nola? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, brother Vine? Who that to you? Good to see brother Vine in there. What's up, brother Mike Larry in the building? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you chiming in as well. Much love to the rest of the fam. Be Kind is in the building. What's up, Be Kind? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. Gundam is in the building, brother. Gundam's in the building. Much love. What's up, Josh? Josh Go 23 in the building. Who that to you? Trey Joseph. What's up, Trey? Big ups to you, fam. Appreciate you being in the building as well. Much love, fam. All right, let me keep it going here. All right, I skipped on me here. All right, I don't miss nobody here. All right, Pelicans Nola said, Big Q, notice Mickey didn't say
a top 5 at quarterback. He said the top 5 tight end or a top 5 H back. Yeah, I noticed that. And Mickey just playing it, really playing it kind of close to the vest, not trying to release too much. He was very, he was guarded, gave some good information, but he was guarded knowing that training camp coming up, he won't put out some bad information or leak something he shouldn't have leaked. So Mickey, been in the game for a while, know how this go. What's up, Brother Donovan? Who that to you? Good to see Brother Donovan Grayson in the building. Who that to you as well? Gundam says, I got a feeling the Saints will shock a lot of people if Coach Payton don't get too freaking cute with Taysom packages. Okay, thank you, that Brother Gundam. Mr. Pops 3000, who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat. Much love. All right, say ready for another on cue. It's coming down the pipe. I got a real spectacular one, fam, coming down the pipe real soon. Dealing with a number of things, a lot of technology that you might not know that exists. We're going to cover some of that as well and some other news and notes. So, yeah, it should be. We're going to be working on one this weekend, matter of fact. So, be looking out for it, my friend. Appreciate you. All right, big ups to the fam. Tech Saint, what's up, brother? Tech Saint, much love to you, fam. Good to see you in the chat as well. Good to see you. Big ups to you. All right, much love to all the rest of them. What's up? Your boy Cuts is in the building. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Javier, what's up, Javier? Big ups to you, fam. Tyrone, what's up, brother? Tyrone Jones, who that to you? What's up, Ramsey? Who that to you? Says no After Dark episode tonight. Hey, let me just say, I was kind of tired. I had a busy day yesterday, but I was inspired to come in and perform and do the sports coma. I know it was a little late, but, better late than never, to kind of keep up with the family. So I appreciate you chiming in on that. All right, big ups to the fam. What's up, Colorado? How you doing, my friend? Pretty good, pretty good. Day was pretty good. Rain a little bit, but we all good. Appreciate you, Colorado. Hope your day was equally as good, my friend. Appreciate you. What's up, Tim? Who that to my man, Tim Dunn? Appreciate you being in the building, my brother. All right, Lamar. What's up, brother Lamar? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. What's up, Randolph? Who that to you, fam? Much love to you. What's up, Muse, baby? How you doing? Much love to my girl, Muse. Big ups to you as well. And well, Joe Gidry. What's up, brother Joe? What's happening, bro? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. All right, who else we got chiming in on this thing? What's up, brother Sean? Who that to you, my friend? And big ups to all the great Saint Think Tank, man. Much love to everybody. And appreciate y'all being in the building. And if you didn't hear who that, didn't hear your name, give me a who that, and I give you a who that back, baby. We in the building. All right, so fam, Mickey kind of got it going, starting off the show pretty early. And, and you heard some good topics. And, of course, the reporter or the interviewer asked Mickey several really interesting questions, one of which was, how are the Saints able to manipulate the cap and well, I mean, we've become very good at the moving around of the cap. I don't think the Saints strategy to do that, I think it won't stay the same. I think it'll change. It has to be. I think the Saints approach going into the upcoming season, they know they're not completely out of the woods yet. By all accounts, according to SportTrack and overthecap.com, have the Saints going into next year not $100 million over the cap like we were this past season, but more like $27 million in the cap. The Saints have 15 to 20 plus free agents that'll be available next year, and the Saints they have 9, could be 10 draft picks coming up next year. Whether they keep all those picks, I don't think they do, but it gives them room to move around and make movements. So we are a team that is still relying on our core guys that are very productive and the best in the NFL. We're talking Elvin, we're talking Mike, we're talking Cam, we're talking Demario Davis. We're talking several other players, man, at different levels that are absolutely the top 3 or 5 at their position in the entire NFL. So with that being said, transition is a breeze, baby. When you got guys like that that's willing to teach them youngsters, to get them up on game, sprinkle game on them, so that they know by helping them out that it helps the overall team dynamic, as opposed to some selfish player wanting to try to not help the young guy behind them. In the end, it hurts you as a team. So we don't have that issue, and I'm very happy for that. All right, big ups to the rest of the fam. What's up, Tasha, baby? Who that? The Simply Tasha. What's up, Brother Wallace? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you being here as well. Big ups to you. Ramsey Hickey, hopefully Mickey and Sean will keep the new offense on the down low until week 1. We start unleashing the hounds on our opponents. Yeah, we usually look kind of vanilla in the preseason, and that's purposefully. We don't want to give too much away. So I do think the Saints do have they'll play with an attitude, a mentality, knowing who we are, and even though they might talk that tough, the Saints know how good they are. They really do. They really do, and we know as well. Sometimes it frustrates us because you got reporters who they are blind as a bat, and that's what I've came to recognize. That a lot of them reporters out there, not a lot of the people that cover the Saints stuff, but a lot of the national reporters are blind as a bat when it comes down to the culture of the team. They don't know. They don't know that some teams are just special, and the Saints are one of those units that are special, and that's why so many teams are trying to emulate what the Saints are doing, because they know that the Saints have a magnetism, a teaching, a philosophy, a way of living, a thought process that they're trying to bring to their building. And that's not easily done unless you can bring in the correct players. First of all, it starts with the coach and him bringing in his assistants, and then the assistants bringing in the correct players that would then teach it to the rest of the people and make those players the core part of the team. It's very difficult to duplicate that. But the Saints have persistently, consistently, and successfully done that for some time now, and we don't get our credit because a lot of them people stupid as hell. I mean, what can I tell you? How could you be so terribly off on your journalism when the only thing it takes for you to do your homework? What homework you doing? They don't do any homework. They only want to keep it at stat and name level, and that's why they miss so much, because they don't want to get their fingers dirty to do the actual work of to find out what the Saints are doing to win. So that's a part of it. All right, big up to Damien, who that to you, fam. Good to see you as well. Let me see. He says, what's up, big homie? Would appreciate a happy birthday. All right, big ups to you, bro. Just hit the 40 club. All right. Big ups to you, brother Damien, who that to you, fam. Appreciate you chiming in on this, and happy who that birthday to my brother Damien. Much love to brother Damien. Appreciate you, my friend, and who that. So let's all the family members and a live stream, please celebrate brother Damien's birthday. Give him a happy who that, happy 40-year-old birthday to my brother Damien, man. Much love to you, my friend, and appreciate you. And happy born day to you. Happy who that to you, bro. All right, big ups to you. All right, Randolph says, Q, no doubt we have one of the best offensive lines in the league. Are you comfortable with our backup guards? You got James Hurst that plays tackle, and he can also play guard for you. He's your highest paid backup. Will Clapp is there to act as a center/guard guy. So you got that going, and Will Clapp's been here for several seasons. The Saints are really counting on him to step up and have a bigger role this year. But we do need another player to step up, and I'm thinking that guy will be Landon Young, the draft pick, the 4th round selection out of the University of Kentucky, who I'm really big on. I think Landon, who can play tackle, will learn how to play the guard position as well, will help out with defense. So I'm actually pretty happy. Then there are other guys there. There's Derek Kelly that's been on the team for a while, who a lot of people underappreciate. And then there's Kelvin Throckmorton, who's very versatile. And there's other players involved I think will help out at the guard position. But I think the Saints are in good straits as far as their backups are concerned, as indicated last year. So we'll see that competition unfurl as well. Thank you, Randolph, for that great question, fam. I appreciate you. All right. Big ups to the rest of Easton. Okay, Randolph says Easton will be missed in my opinion. Yeah, well, he did a lot for the Saints, man. I ain't like Easton's money, but at the end of the day, Easton stepped up and did well in spots for the Saints last year. They're counting on Will Clapp and Hurst to do a lot of that, and perhaps we'll see another player step up into the fold. But the Saints really think Will Clapp is ready for a big leap this year, and we'll see if Coach Payton and the rest of the team are right on that. But I would have to lean to Coach Payton's call on that. All right, let's keep it going, fam. All right, big ups to all the family members, man. I appreciate you. New Wine Minds, what's up, fam? Who that to you as well? Appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for giving Brother Damien a shout out, man. He's one of the top, one of the many great people of the great Saint think tank in the Who Dat Nation. He's there night in and night out and support, just like a lot of you guys are. And I like to thank you guys personally. But, like I said, this is Damien's day. And and I appreciate you guys sharing love with the brother. No doubt about it. Ramsey said, hey, Q, have you seen the new video of Jameis in practice with the wide receivers? He was putting on all his passes. He was putting passes on the money. No, I didn't see it yet, bro. I did see some of the video. If you're talking about as of the last 2 days, I want to say I seen one when he was with Traquan Smith throwing the ball. If you're talking about that one? Yeah, I did see that one. If you're talking about something that he might have did in the last two days, I probably didn't see that. All right, let's keep it going, fam. Big ups to the rest of the family members in here as well. Brother Wallace said Hakeem Hicks available for the Saints to pick up for defensive tackles. Could Sean Payton be feeling that he needs to bring Big Hicks back? And like we did it with Malcolm Jenkins. Listen, if the Saints bring Hicks back, could you understand how, and we think Hakeem Hicks is a guy, and listen, Hakeem Hicks did not want to leave from the Saints. He did not want to go, and he did not want to leave the team. I remember as a couple of years ago, we was talking about Hakeem, and he was talking about, the Saints, but that was years past the fact, that he was going out there. We knew the Saints was misusing Hakeem Hicks because they had him playing defensive end, which was totally stupid. Hakeem Hicks is a defensive tackle, but he's a guy that came from up there in Canada. But could you imagine a defensive line where Hakeem Hicks is next to David Onyemata? Could you imagine that? I mean, so if he's available, it does say to me, okay, one of the mistakes Coach Sean Payton made was he said this letting Jenkins go. That's why he came back. But Hakeem Hicks is a guy that he does have a contract. But listen, man, let me tell you something. You pair him with David Onyemata, and there is no stopping the Saints defense. There is no stop because Hakeem Hicks is so unblockable. His issue is he's constantly dealing with injuries. But we can relegate or delegate control Hicks's snap count because we loaded with defensive interior linemen reserves. We can help to deal with that. So listen, anything dealing with bringing Hakeem Hicks to the Saints, count me in. I think he was a big mistake. The Saints should have never let him out the building. We should have never gotten rid of Hakeem Hicks. And I say that we need to get Hakeem Hicks. We need to get that brother back on the team. Like I said, he was one of the biggest mistakes the Saints ever made. And I mean, big mistake by letting Hakeem Hicks get out the building. So, I'm with that. So whatever we got to do to get him there, I would not be upset by that. I really wouldn't. All right, Josh in his bag. What's up, fam? Appreciate you being in here. Thanks for that question, Brother Wallace. All right, big ups to you. I see you, Mike. Mike said I won't be watching Ryan Clark's show. Ryan Clark is one of them dudes, man. I think Ryan Clark is upset with the Black and Gold organization because I think he grew up a Saints guy, and the Saints looked right past him. He went to LSU. The Saints could have had an opportunity even when Pittsburgh drafted him, and he spent that time up there. He became a free agent. The Saints ain't even looking his direction. And I think it kind of harbored a dislike for the Saints because the Saints didn't think he was good enough to make an impact on their team. Whether that's not a way or not, that's just what it is. But what I've known from doing this for so many years, I realized that Clark is petty. He'll take shots at the Saints. He'll say things that he knows is not true. Nobody's stupid enough to believe the Saints going to miss the playoffs without Drew Brees when the Saints were 8-1 without Drew Brees. How you going to miss the playoffs when you was 8-1 missing the guy? He's talking about, I don't know if they can win, missing him for 16, 17 weeks. Well, first of all, we didn't need to miss him for 16 to 17 weeks or whatever it is. We didn't need to miss him. He missed 9 games, and all you can do is judge based on what you did within the 9 games you was out there without him. You were 8-1, almost 9-0 without the man. So who the hell are you to sit up here and say that the Saints are going to miss playoffs? Well, it's just my opinion. Well, it's a stupid-ass opinion. And you don't have any facts to back it up. If we're going to be sitting up here opinionating all day, then anybody can do what you're doing. You're supposed to be bringing facts to back up what you're talking about. And I sit up there heavily opinionating. Well, my top stat is that the Saints, the Saints, with Drew Brees retired, that's why the Saints going to miss the playoffs. Hey, dumbass. They were 8-1 without Drew. So how valid is your point? You don't have a point if the team was 8-1 without their Hall of Fame quarterback. I mean, you don't have a point. So it's just a bunch of opinionation. And I can't really speak to that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got an opinion. You're supposed to be able to fortify it with some statistics, some facts, or so at least some logical thought behind what you're saying. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. And easily broken down and rebutted. Easily. It's like preschool. His rhetoric is preschool level, man. You know what I'm saying? He's just stealing money from ESPN at this point. Anyway, let's keep it going, man. Big ups to the rest of the family members in this thing. Jonathan Johnson, what's up, fam? Who that to you? Good to see you. A Ghostface Griller, what's up, fam? Good to see you in the chat as well. And all the great Saint Think Tank family members. If you didn't hear your name, give me a who dat, and I'll give you a who dat back, baby. So much love. And once again, happy birthday to my dog Damien out there hitting 40 years old. Big ups to you, my friend. That is a blessing, man. And like I said, you get that 40 mind. I call it the second mind. When you start seeing the world different, that wisdom comes. You start seeing it, all the information that you gathered in the years prior all makes sense when that wisdom hit, because it takes you well below that into wise mode. You know, you start getting wisdom with that age. Wisdom comes with age. You got to make it there. So a lot of our family members out there understand where I'm coming from. When you get that wise mind, man, and it's another level. What's up, Kelvin? Kelvin Washington from Phoenix, Arizona. What's up, Kel? Big ups to your fam as the Phoenix Suns in the final against them Bucks, man. How about that? Big ups to Kel. All right, and the rest. What's up, T Dirty? My dog T Dirty in the building. What's happening, fam? Good. I hope my dog T Dirty doing good out there as well. So with that being said, fam, we're going to jump off. We're going to get into the building. Sean says, he says, I'm locked in on my purpose. There you go. Yeah. So true. I'm like, there you go, baby. That's what I'm saying, man. And that makes me happy to hear that, fam. When the family members say they're locked in on the purpose, because listen, the Great Saint Think Tank, man, is about making you think. It's about, we have fun here. We talk about life. We talk about football, you know, and to be honest with you, many times we conversate with each other more than sometimes our blood relative. So, I mean, and whether you see it or not, we are family. We really are. United in thought and purpose, man. And if I'm going to be in your ear a lot, I'm going to try to throw in some empowerment in there, and to try to push or propel and to make you see past self-limitation or self-limiting beliefs that was, whether it was you're responsible for them or somebody else giving them to you, or bad programming or whatever the case may be. I'm here to make sure that you know that there's nothing stopping you except for you. Nothing can stop you except for you. That's why they put into your mind, you know, these self-limiting beliefs that you trip your own self up. But understand this and know that there is no stopping you from doing whatever you want to do in the world that's positive and progressive and strong and legendary. Something, you know, dealing with you. And like I've said this before, that you might be the person tasked with elevating your family and breaking the chain of poverty or self-limiting beliefs or ignorance or whatever the case may be. You might be the person, the one person charged with that duty to take things to the next level. And don't be afraid, embrace that, because it's meant to make you great. So that's a part of that, man. So thank you for that. Much love. All right, what's up, Slim? Slim South 504. Who that to you, fam? Appreciate y'all being in the building, man. Much love to all you guys. Appreciate you. All right, fam. So without further ado, we're going to get into this article here from Mickey Loomis, man. As Mickey, for those who probably just popped in, we played an interview by Mickey Loomis as he was talking about Jameis and Taysom and several other topics dealing with this, with that. And it was coming from the Adam Shine podcast. And we played at least about 10 minutes of the stuff as well. But we're going to kind of recap a little bit as well in this article provided by Jim Hendricks from our friends at Saints News Network. Brother Kyle T. Mosley, Brother Bob Rose, and the rest of the official Great Saint Think Tank family members there. Saints General Manager Mickey Loomis joined Adam Shine on Thursday's SiriusXM's Shine podcast. And Loomis talked about the team 2017 draft class, Breeze, Winston, Taysom Hill, and also briefly commented on the trade rumors. On expectation of Jameis Winston, he says, well, first of all, look like he's going to be in a competition with Taysom. So, we're really excited and high on Taysom, just as we are on Jameis. And it's going to be interesting to see how that, I should be doing my making Loomis voice right now. I should not be. It's gonna take a little longer for me to do it, bro. What's up, KB, baby? Well, first of all, it's gonna be a competition with Taysom. So, we're really excited on Taysom, just as we are on Jameis. I see it's gonna take me forever to do it. It'll take me forever. I'll be up in here for a damn hour, but it'd be fun as hell, though. All right, say, listen, Jameis has been fantastic, and you have these impressions of a guy afar. That's when you get them in your building, and you really learn a lot about them. And he did just fantastic as a teammate, fantastic representative of the organization. He's a smart football player. He's hardworking, just everything you would want. So I'm excited to see how this shakes out. We got a great room there with those two guys. And Ian Book, we drafted, and Trevor Sherman, who's on our team. So I'm excited to see how that all shakes out, because these guys are all about winning. We'll see what happens. So Mickey kind of throwing that. And also on Taysom Hill's upside, well, look, he's a tremendous athlete, number one. He's got a tremendous arm. He's got tremendous speed and strength. Smart football player. Look for what he's done for us to date. He's just been a great football player. I think he can be, a really top flight tight end. He can be a top flight H-back in our league. And so far, he's a really great football player. So, yes, he did say football player. He said H-back. He said tight end. He didn't say quarterback. I understand that. He can't throw it. He's got a lot of God-given talent. He's a smart football player as well. He's got good leadership skills. So we're going to see how all this shakes out. But we're definitely high on Taysom. Loomis also was asked about whether or not the Saints pursued Tom Brady, because that's a big, huge topic of conversation lately in the NFL offseason. Loomis said, all I can say is this: as soon as Drew made the decision that he was going to play again last year, then that's the route we were going. That's probably all I'm going to say. But pretty much what Mickey's pretty much alluding to is the fact that, yes, that Tom Brady was coming to New Orleans. He was still pissed about it. Now, Tom Brady, let me just put this on the minds of the great Saint thing. And I talked about this in several other shows, including last night late broadcast. I told you that the New Orleans Saints was Tom Brady's first destination. I kept telling people that. When Tom Brady got turned down by the Saints because they went with Drew Brees, he was waiting on them to see what they was going to do with Drew Brees. Tom Brady felt like he is a better quarterback than Drew, and he should have got better treatment. That's why he all upset about this whole deal. A year later, after he got the Tampa Bay Super Bowl, he's still upset about what happened in New Orleans. Why? Because Tampa Bay wasn't his choice. He wanted to be a Saints quarterback. He wanted to win that championship with the Saints. He wanted to do it. Why? Because in my opinion, I think he wanted to show Drew Brees up. If he would have came here and Drew would have retired and Tom Brady would have took the Saints to the Super Bowl, that would have done. Well, imagine, you tell me what that would have done. Would Tom Brady come to New Orleans and win where Drew Brees was struggling to do? What you think that means? Why would he be all raw and mad about this a whole damn year later and you won the Super Bowl? You hosting the Lombardi. I'll tell you about the Saints and what they are, man, and how the Saints, as people want to come here. I was telling people the Saints are the belle of the ball. Tom Brady feels that way, and a lot of quarterbacks have a high opinion of the Saints. You're just not hearing it. But when the position open up, you're going to see a lot of these guys come here. When you heard Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Matthew Stafford, and all these rumors, where was the Saints floating out in the rest of this stuff? Saints was right at the top. The only reason most of this didn't occur was because these other teams refused to let those quarterbacks go to the Saints. But if they're free agents, how could you stop them? Tom Brady was willing to give the Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis the same deal he gave Tampa Bay. Matter of fact, it was the same money. The same deal Drew signed was the same deal he gave Tampa. So he was upset because Tampa Bay was the second chick. There was the side chick. He wanted to marry the Saints. Tampa was the side chick. They was the side chick. So, I mean, it just goes to show you why he's still upset and raw about this a whole year later, and you supposedly came out on top with the trophy. In my opinion, I think Tom Brady wanted to show out Drew Brees. He wanted to come here and win a championship where Drew failed to win over the last several years and haven't won one in over a decade. Drew holding all of the records. Tom Brady stays upright and they protect him. He going to take all of Drew's records. He going to take all, well, the passing, the touchdowns, if he ain't got that, I think the passing touchdown, however it goes. But several records that are, if he plays the full season and is productive, he should own a lot of those bigger records that is left that Drew is holding right now. But it's not just the records. It's about how you did it. So people, it will be no competition or no conversation of who the best quarterback was and what he did. It's about legacy at this point and how it looks. And it's all about optics to a Tom Brady. This guy is big on optics. That's what he's about. He's a big optics guy. That's what he cares about. He wasn't trying to go to Tampa Bay. That was the side chick. That was the second option. He wanted to come to New Orleans. He wanted to win that Super Bowl with the Saints. And I said that before. And no other reason would explain why Tom Brady would still be upset about this. And he supposedly came out with the best of the deal. You know, you tell me what you guys think about that. All right, let's keep going, man. Next article right here is the clock is ticking on Saints Marcus Williams contract extension. And of course, this is coming from our friends at Saints Wire. Mr. Sigler says deadlines to spur action, but Marcus Williams and the Saints risk taking the Saints, New Orleans Saints, risk taking this one too close to the wire. NFL rules stipulate that the franchise tag players must sign a contract extension no later than July the 5th or else play out the current season on the tag with no means of negotiating a new deal until the following offseason. Now, of course, today is the 8th, and we got about a little over a week until July the 15th, and this is a part of it. Now, it shouldn't be too hard for both sides to figure this out, especially next week's cutoff date looming over them with more than $11.6 million in salary cap space following their recent extension of Ryan Ramczyk. The Saints have enough resources to meet whatever contract parameters Williams may be seeking. And it is in Williams' interest to secure his financial future. But will the team and the player end up shaking hands? What's the holdup? The Saints clearly value Williams highly, or else they wouldn't have issued the tag in the first place, a move that forced them to release number 2 cornerback Janoris Jenkins in the process. That sets the stage for him to join the NFL's highest paid safeties and as his play backs it up. He's already ranked within the top 10 interception leaders in franchise history. If Williams doesn't ink a new deal next week, things get difficult, but not impossible. The Saints could tag him again next offseason to continue to buy time in contract negotiations. That's what Denver did with Justin Simmons, one of Williams' peers, who eventually signed a $15.25 million per year extension to reset the safety market. That's the ceiling for an extension with Williams, though. A more realistic number would be $14 million per year neighborhood. That's where Eddie Jackson, 14.6, Kevin Bayard's 14.1, and Landon Collins, Tyrann Mathieu at $14 million all landed. Something approaching a 4-year, $58 million deal. It feels appropriate for Williams' qualification and state of the market, especially given he is 2 or 3 years younger than each of them with more room to grow as a player. Hopefully the Saints can check this item off their offseason to-do list sooner rather than later. Finalizing an extension with Williams would free up other resources to go towards veteran free agents at positions of need as well. In the upcoming contract talks to 2022 free agents like Marshawn Lattimore, Armstead, but this domino has to fall first. And I agree, good article. And that's the part of it. July the 15th deadline on this extension. I think Mickey Loomis and Kai Harley gets this done. They wanted this man, and I think eventually Marcus Williams will be a guy that they do sign and bring back. I think, I think this is a part of it. Now, I was against originally giving Marcus Williams that tag because I have my reasons. I thought he was regressing, but when they signed they signed Chris Richard as the new secondary coach. I started thinking about how Richard's teaching acumen is and how he teaches the defensive backs and how everywhere he went, he helped those guys become better. Then I started thinking about how he can help Marcus Williams' game. And a few tweaks and twacks here, and sooner or later you'll see Williams will develop into something fierce in Richard's system, gaining the confidence, gaining more of the striking ability, taking better angles, and helping them overall see the game differently. So I think, like I said, Marcus Williams is one of those Saints guys that I have big hopes for in the upcoming season. I think with the addition of Coach Richard, I think ultimately it will help Marcus Williams. Do the Saints get the deal done before the tag deadline? I say they do. They have to, because it makes no sense to allow him to play for the full season at 10.6. You know you want him. You got the money. Just go ahead and make it work, man. Get it done. And, of course, Lattimore is another guy that they're working with as well. And those 3 contracts are the ones, well, you got Ramczyk done. You got Laddie Daddy and Marcus Williams. And I've said when somebody asked me the question before, who gets done next? And I said Marcus Williams because of the time constraints. There's no time constraints right now as Preston is getting the Marcus Williams extension done because July the 15th is the time. And they've had plenty of time. They tagged him several months ago. And it's just been sitting there, and they just, as long as this gets done before camp starts so it don't become a distraction, I'm happy because we had great turnout. The mindset is right. You get the money done with Lattimore. You got it done with Ram. You get it with Lattimore. You get it with Williams, and then we go into camp without any distractions, and they could just focus on the business of the football and redemption. So I think the Saints ultimately will get it done before the deadline. All right, then, of course, we move on to this article right here from USAOnlineSportsbook.com. It's saying that Richard Sherman is favored to land with the New Orleans. And that's what the sports books are betting, that the Saints are plus 200 odds to sign Richard Sherman, which is they're favored to land him over everybody. Now, is this going to be the case where they're betting on where does he go? And they believe that is to the New Orleans Saints. Now, here's the article with an NFL just under 2 months away. Bettors can still get on the NFL betting action as the offseason still is in full swing, and there are plenty of full free agent odds to take advantage of. One of the NFL free agency odds that online sports books have available right now is which team Richard Sherman will sign with during the offseason in which the field is favored, and followed by the New Orleans Saints. Boy, they just bet on any damn thing, don't they? Any damn thing. Sherman is coming off a 3-year stint with the 49ers and has made it clear that he's keeping his free agency options open, that he also wants to sign with a contending team in the NFL. And of course, you see the quote right there from Richard Sherman. I want to get to a team that's competing for a championship. That's what I'm focused on and waiting for the right opportunity. Okay, you see the betting odds right there. And of course, New Orleans Saints outside of the field, New Orleans Saints have the shortest odds to sign the liking of Sherman. It's strange that the Saints have the favorite odds, being that many believe the Saints have fallen out of contention with Breeze retiring, which is just stupid football. Non-football people don't understand who the Saints are. However, the same people that believe that are quick to forget that Breeze was one of the few offseason departures that the Saints saw. Their defense is still in full strength, having ranked in the top 5 for both yards and points allowed per game in 2020. With that, it would make sense as why New Orleans is on his radar as he could pair up with other star talents such as Marshawn Lattimore and Cam Jordan. And of course, we know this guy writing, but he could have thrown that about Drew Brees. Saints were 8-1 without Drew Brees. That would have shut all that silly shit down. Bettors could take advantage of the Saints NFL odds to sign Sherman with no hesitation, considering he will be joining an elite defense. The man said elite defense, no doubt about it. That's how I see the Saints with all that talent. And of course, he named Seattle, San Francisco, and then of course the Jets, the Cowboys, and Raiders are thrown in the fix. But of course, they're saying the Saints are the most favored to get that, to rage Richard Sherman. What do you guys think about it? Do you think the Saints should sign Richard Sherman? I mean, to add to the defense with everything we've gotten. Y'all feel me, and what do you think? Okay, to do a quick summary, fam. Mickey Loomis talks Jameis Winston. We covered that early on. Played the interview in the early portions of the show from Mickey Loomis. Also, then we came in and covered the Marcus Williams contract extension talk coming up July the 15th. And July is big because July the 15th is Marcus Williams' contract extension deadline. Tag deadline. And then, of course, the training camp for the Saints starts July the 27th. And then, of course, July the 29th is the NBA draft for the Pelicans. So a lot of stuff going on in sports for the Saints in the month of July. And then, of course, the final article is Richard Sherman is favored to land with the New Orleans Saints. And this could be interesting because, to be honest with you, Richard Sherman has a connection to Coach Richard, who's the defensive backs coach. And they were talking early on about it, and it wasn't revisited. At the time, the Saints simply, all they could do was talk. There was no money to be mentioned or what have you. That was a part of it as well, mentioning about the money. Saints didn't have the money at the time. Right now they do. And, of course, they can free up even more money with the extension or contract extension of Marcus Williams and Laddie Daddy, Marshawn Lattimore. So, and I think, like I said, a lot of people don't like Sherman because they feel that he's old. But Richard Sherman will be the perfect mentor for young cornerbacks like Keith Washington Jr., Paulson Adebo, even can help out Marshawn Lattimore. They have a veteran cornerback next to him that can show him he's a serious personality, meaning he has fun, but he's accountable. He holds people to accountable. accountability. He won't let you be doing all that silly shit and not, missing interceptions or not whipping your head around the challenge for the ball, all that kind of stuff. Richard Sherman's a smart player. He's one of the smartest players in the league. Having him and Malcolm Jenkins in the same secondary is big for the Saints, and I absolutely love that. So with that being said, those are the articles we covered, and we're going to jump back into our main thing. Hold on, fam. Give me just a second here. There we go. So with that being said, fam, I think it's fantastic, man. I think it's absolutely fantastic to see that. And as we get closer and closer and closer to training camp, we still going to see a lot of the stuff pop up there. What's up, Cameron? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us. Elite, what's up, Elite? Much love to you, fam. Appreciate you. Kenny, what's up, Kenny? Brother Kenny Sutton in the building. Who that to you? What's up, Chemo? Who that to you, fam? What's up, Kendall? Brother Kendall in the building. Who that to you? What's up, Philip? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. Big ups to you. What's up, Todd? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate y'all, man, for stopping by. But yeah, that's a big part of it. A lot of people say get Sherman. What's up, Darley? Who that to you, Darley? And what's up, Adrian? What's up, Adrian, baby? Much love to you as well. Big ups to Adrian. And that's a major part of it, man, that we as people, and when we talking football and getting in the right position to win. What's up, Uncle Paulie? Uncle Paulie in the building as well. What's up, Brother Paul? All right, good to see you in there, my friend. Big ups to you. But that's the interesting part about this whole situation with the Saints. Saints defense, man, we got a few things, man. What's up, Brother DeWright? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat. What's up, Brandon? Who that to you, fam? Thank y'all for joining us. And that's a big part of the black and gold, man, to be honest with you. The defense, like I've been saying before, big defense, fast, physical. A lot of people looking past it. We kind of fixated on Davenport, and rightfully so. But I was telling the people, what's up, Trail? What's up, brother? Who that to you? And I was telling the family members how fast and furious the Saints defense is going to be coming after immobile quarterbacks like Tom Brady and the rest of them guys. The Saints are going to play fast, and the Saints are going to have some people that's going to come in and help out a lot on the secondary. And notice we're looking at the defense, not so much worried about the offense, because I'm telling you, the offense is going to be fine as well. I mean, like I said, man, there is no expectation except for what we as the Who Dat Nation put on these Saints. The rest of the collective football world totally have written, a lot of them, not all of them, have totally written off the rest of the family members in terms of the Saints from doing anything productive or even having a playoff run. So, which is fine, because we just have to show people that sometimes you show them showing yourself, even though but what you feel inside becomes externalized. Internal first, external second. That's how it happens. Always from the inside out. And the Saints will show people, like they do every year, what type of team this is. My only thing is, like, when we get to the playoffs, we can win games in the regular season. It's what we do in the playoffs. We have to stop the undisciplined football, the sloppy ass football play that we have in the playoffs. And I have hopes this year because of the fact that we don't have Drew Brees to over rely on, because that was what we was doing, over relying on Drew when he couldn't carry the team. So I'm thinking now that we can run the ball, and that Coach Payton knows the running game is a big part of the success philosophy that we had last year, that we would use that, knowing until he develops a repartee with either Taysom or Jameis, or both, because I think they'll both have a positive impact on the Saints offense, because I think Coach Payton is trying to operate two offenses in one. He has Taysom's plays that he uses to kind of throw off the defense, because, when you run Taysom out there, it throws the defense for a loop. All the thing what they do is they just crouch up to the offensive line, to the line of scrimmage, and say he's gonna run the ball. But if we can balance that and get Taysom throwing down the field, we can really turn them around all kind of ways. So if you get Taysom and Jameis going and get them going in the positive direction, how you gonna stop that? There is no stopping that. There is no stopping that. It's incredibly difficult to stop something like that. Nobody's operating a system like that. That's why it's Coach Payton knows that he can get both of them online. There's no way you can stop the Saints. No, absolutely no way. Especially how Taysom is out there. And don't forget, Jameis can run around too. So, I mean, we ain't just, we ain't have to deal with limitations like Drew wasn't really mobile. Drew was really relying on staying in the pocket. He'll scramble every blue moon or so. But Jameis will get out of there if he needs to. He got the athletic ability. Taysom, we already know. So I'm just really happy to see exactly how it's going to come together. And I think with Drew out of there, the Saints now have to they can show the rest of the world that we are more than Drew Brees, that we are the New Orleans Saints, and winning is what we do. So that's a big part. All right, so what's up, fam? Big ups to the rest of the family members in the chat. I'm going to take a few questions, fam, from y'all before we get out on the show. I just wanted to stop by. I wasn't going to hold you guys too late tonight on the show. So I'll take a few questions or comments from you guys before I dirk out. Please feel free to drop them in the chat. What's up, RG? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat, fam. Much love to brother RG. Damon said, "Hick, I heard you said losing Hicks was one of our biggest losses, but I will throw Salmon Knight." Yeah, Salmon Knight was Salmon Knight was one of my favorite safeties. I like Gene Atkins and Brett Maxey, but yeah, Salmon Knight didn't have the speed, but Sammy was smart and he would knock the piss out of you. So I mean, Sammy was one of my favorite old school Saints, man. He played the game. He played the game the right way. So yeah, that was a tough one. But Sammy was getting up there in age when the Saints decided to kind of cut bait and run with him. But thank you for that. RG says, "Who that? Q." Fam came home about a week ago. My daughter asked if I was going to meet Big Q. Oh. Oh, much love, man. Tell your daughter, RG, much love to her. And say Big Q says, "Who that, baby?" Much love to you and your daughter, man. Appreciate you. In time, my friend, a lot of the restrictions are easing, and I got some plan. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm working on some stuff, several projects, but I am definitely looking at doing a Sports Coma live show, doing like a celebration, I guess, of the Great Saint Think Tank, and getting a place where it's catered and people can come in, and you'll see all of this. You see me, you'll see Swade, you'll see Uncle Mozzie, you'll see everybody. Everybody can meet and greet. We can sit down, we could talk Saints. We can. It'll be a DJ there. I was thinking about I'm putting it all together and working it through, and seeing how it would do. And like I said, don't be surprised when I drop that information on you in the near future, and let the family members know how that will go. So yeah, we get with all of the restriction that was going on. We were supposed to do it last year, the year before that, and a lot of it got hung up on the C-19 stuff. But hopefully, with everything opening up, we can, kind of get that back on case. But thank you, RG. Appreciate you, man. Tell your daughter, Big Q says, "Who that?" Oh, that's sweet. All right, big ups to the fam, man. Ramsey said, "Hey Q, do we have any idea when we could see something done about Quan Alexander?" Well, the rumor mill and word on the street was that Quan Alexander's rehab is set to be completed right before Saints training camp. So whether it's a day, but the Saints training camp is July the 27th. So we'll know whether or not he'll get an opportunity to get that, because of course he will have to pass a physical, and he would take a cheap prove-it deal. So money is not an option in that kind of scenario. So word on the street is they're saying right before training camp. So he could be one of those people that the Saints bring in there. So we'll keep an eye out on it, because he wants to be here. And according to what I was seeing, the Saints are interested in him, and he's willing to pay for a very cheap prove-it 1-year deal. And we'll see, man. We'll see if he does that. So I think it's a plus if we can get Quan Alexander back. I think he'll help the linebackers and help push him, if anything. All right, Uncle Paul says, "I hope Lattimore get his off the field game in check. Goodell will be keeping an eye on him for the rest of the season." Yeah, Goodell, and people, one of the brothers, Amal, that was on the show last Sunday was last Friday on the Thank God It's Friday broadcast he asked about how many days. I say 2 games, but he's like, "Damn, Q, for that?" Yes, because he gave David Onyemata a 1-game suspension for having that weed box, and he ain't even touched the stuff. No, there wasn't no charges on. He gave him a 1-game suspension for that, when that should have been the cash fine. And I noticed that Goodell does heavy-handed discipline for the Saints, because the Saints were one of the teams that voted against Goodell. He remembered that. He's vindictive, and he remembers that. So he penalizes the Saints hard. So I said at least a 1-game, but at most, in my opinion, 2 games. If it's more than that, then it's overkill. So we'll see how it goes. But Lattimore learned a lot from that. And that's a hard thing, because you're thinking these guys, your boys, and then they got stuff in the back. And then when they get caught, they can't even do it. They're trying to destroy your career, which is wrong. You know that this man climbed out from where he came from, And obviously, if you got a dirty pistol and you sitting in the back seat of the car, you ain't hitting on shit anyway. If you're operating like that and you would rather try to put that on your boy, that's supposed to be your boy. But look around yourself. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes the people that's circulating around you aren't supposed to be there. Like, you know, it's certain people that you got to shed. And sometimes they'll say that you fake for all that. Well, you fake because you don't come back to the neighborhood. No, because you'll get shot going back there. You know, a lot of times there's a way you can go back to the neighborhood and help people. I see it all the time. You know, in the Jewish community, I see people go back into raise programs. I believe in economics. I think economics is one of the many paths to freedom. You got to have money to be free. I mean, ask some of the descendants of the ancestors of some of us. You know, of how our ancestors, a lot of them bought themselves out of what they call slavery, which was actually bondage. You know, it's bondage, and I ain't gonna get into the wordplay of slavery being that you can't, you know, in a court, you won't win any court cases by saying that you was the slave of anybody, because the etymology of the term slave was given to the people, the Slavic people, and that's two different people. So from a legal standpoint, that word wouldn't hold up. That's why you got to be careful of who you backing with this stuff, because you'll be defeated in court quite easily when you're using the slave mantra, because they'll go into the origin of the word, which ties the word to a certain people. And you weren't in, you know, and the people weren't in slavery. They were in a form of bondage or indentured servitude. A lot of this needs to be talked about, because the processes that got here, there were a lot of people that were already here. They don't talk about that. They just pretend like everybody came from a whole nother continent. That's not the truth. There were people already here. They like to smooth over that, and that was done by the University of Chicago in the late 1800s. I can even give you the name of the dude that came up with the out of Africa theory, because they were creating what they call African American history. And now a lot of that stuff is not true. I'm sorry to tell you that, but somebody got to. But if you don't believe me, go do your homework and find out what I'm saying. Because I done mine to sit up here and tell you that. And, you know, it kind of raised my eyes open about what? But there's a dude, they created that whole thing. But I ain't gonna get too far into it, but that's that real deal Holyfield. We gonna cover some of that on Q with Big Q. But yes, that's a major part of it. But let's keep it going anyway. Slim South there, the only issue with Sherman is injuries piling up, but he's still healthy, still a solid cornerback. I agree. Tramal said, what's up, Tramal? Tramal says, hold us long. We're gonna talk for a while tomorrow, my friend. I'm opening up the lines and we're gonna do that. Bishop, what's up, Bishop? Who that to Bishop? One love to the Bishop. He says, one love, BQ. Deep ball back, baby. Yeah, I see Tyson Fury scared. Yeah, he got the C-19. What could you expect? Yeah, man, we talk about the real deal in boxing too, man. I don't pull no punches talking this sports stuff, man, because too many people running the line, man. It's like, tell it like it is. You know, and Tyson Fury was cheating. He cheated the first two fights. I did all extensive research on him, put articles and all that stuff on Ring Kings, showing that dude a big old cheater. Only two people that was worth something that he fought his whole career, that was Klitschko, when he beat Klitschko for the belt. And then they said he had a drug situation that occurred. That's why he lost the belt. No, you go back and research it. He was doing the drugs, but it wasn't so much the drugs as it was he got caught up with steroids in there. And see, he been cheating and skating the whole damn time. Now he can fight his ass off, but he take really safe fights. Nobody, you can't name besides Wilder and Klitschko, anybody else he fought that was hitting on nothing. The rest of these guys were outside the top 15 fighters that he would spar against and calling himself a king. Nah, man, you ain't fighting nobody. Go fight Luis Ortiz or Andy Ruiz. Go fight some of these other guys that would have beat the shit out of your ass, you know, instead of doing all that talk. Now, I like the Gypsy King's personality, you know, in certain things, but he full of bunk, man. You can't go up in there with your glove flopping around and pretend like, no, that's not what's happening. I'm looking at the damn thing flopping around. You know, come on, man. And Deontay Wilder admitted as much. Ain't no bone you going to hit somebody upside the head and put a dent in their head. No hand strong enough to do that. So you had something in your glove. And the big part is not just Tyson Fury, the whole goddamn apparatus, because order for him to sneak something in his glove or put something in his glove, the referee grabbed them gloves and filled them before each fight starts. So it goes above just him. So it's a whole damn cheating apparatus that's operating if the referee's involved, because the referee fills each glove before. See, you can't tell me nothing about this because I know how it go. And the referee in there felt the gloves, and he had to have felt what's in there. If he playing the game, then that mean that the people, see, the boxing organizations wanted Fury and Joshua to fight for the belt because those fighters each were getting $70 million a piece. The boxing organizations were talking hundreds of millions of dollars with a world fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder upset the apple cart when he went to court, and they tore all of that up. Now Fury is pissed. And Fury is in a dangerous rematch with Deontay Wilder, who has nothing but blood in his eyes. Like he's going to really hurt Tyson Fury. He in trouble. And even Anthony Joshua has a fight with Alexander Usyk, who's a Serbian fighter. I won't say a Russian or Serbian fighter, who in my opinion is one of the slickest, best master boxers. And he was a cruiserweight champion, a several belt champion in the cruiserweight division that moved up into the heavyweight division. And he's fighting Anthony Joshua next. And that's a very dangerous fight. So both those guys have dangerous fights. So that's what I'm saying. You think like I always say, like that old man told me years ago, that you got a plan and the Most High got a plan. And then he said, who's the best of planners? And I was like, that answers itself. They think they know what they're doing. But big ups to the fam. All right, let's get through this here, man. All right. Thank you for that, fam. Yeah, thank you, Bishop. I see you're boxing, man. I just went off on the whole boxing spew right quick. Man, I'm just a boxing dude, man. I love boxing, man. Just like I love the Saints, man. That's why I do Ring Kings. All right, big ups to the rest of the fam. What's up, Jarvis? Who that to you, my friend? Much love to you, my boy. Good to see you in the chat, bro. Big ups to Jarvis. What's up, Adrian? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the building. Big ups to you as well. All right, Uncle Paul said, I think it will be at least 4-game suspension for Lattimore. He gave Tom Brady 4-game penalty for the deflate gate. Yeah, well, it was a misdemeanor charge, but heavy-handed Goodell probably will. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I don't put nothing past Roger Goodell. I'm just going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised. Brother Paul, thank you for that. All right, big ups to the rest of the fam, man. What's up, KK, baby? How you doing? All right, Jamal says, Q, you, the preacher, you have to be lying. No. That's Reverend Saint, baby. Reverend Saint, baby. Listen, baby, let me tell you something, baby. Baby, sometimes you want to talk, baby. Baby, sometimes you don't, baby. You got what I'm saying, baby? It's all good, baby. But I know, usually my Thursday shows don't really go that long anyway. Usually I kind of, Friday shows we kind of go at it. And, that's cool. I got the time to kind of open up and hear from the family members. That's what makes it really cool. I love hearing from you guys. What's up, Philip? Philip says you want to make some money, bet on Wilder to be Fury. Yeah, you go, Philip. Philip, no. Big ups to you, bro. What's up, Kioki? Who that to you, fam? Good to see Kioki in the building. Bishop says, facts, I knew you would be on it. Fury is scared. He doesn't. Well, yeah, all of a sudden it's C19 now. All of a sudden with Fury is C19. And it's sad. And another guy running his ass off is Teofimo Lopez. I am so disappointed in Teofimo Lopez. When he beat Lomachenko, I was like, okay, I was really happy. But he was all talk and no bite. I mean, he runs his ass off. And then he was supposed to fight Devin Haney to unify. I'm not going to even get into it. But he talking about having a rematch with Lomachenko. And then he still got George Cambrosa, who he got. It's just, these guys talk so much. I'm really, you know what? I just tell them, dude, boxers, just shut the hell up. Watch the women. The women don't talk all that kind of stuff. The women, the best women are fighting the best women in women boxing. It ain't all this talking about, I'm going to knock you out. How in boxing or in fighting, you got grown ass men that's standing up there talking about, I'm going to knock you out, but they don't want to sign. They won't put pen to paper. It's easily disputed. If you feel like you better than that man, put your signature on that contract and get in the ring and knock his ass out. It's as simple as that. If you're better than him, put pen to paper. But see, a lot of these dudes is all talk and no action. They get on social media and they run around and do all this kind of stuff, but they don't want to fight no fight because it's a different world. You get up in there against that boy and he lay your ass on that on that mat. See, they want to sit up there and babysit the belts because they got the belt, but you can't compare yourself to Marvelous Marvin Hagler and any rest of these fantastic champions who were fighting the best. They were fighting the best. They were challenging each other. They were fighting the best. They didn't babysit the damn belts. running around, running for people, talking about you'll beat them, but you running from them. That type of stuff, I just can't stand that, man. All right, big ups to the rest of the fam, man, and the rest of the family. Yeah, I know all too well about Tyson Fury. I done covered Tyson Fury backwards and forward on Ring Kings Boxing. So if y'all like boxing or the fight game, go and sign up for Ring King. Go subscribe to Ring King. I'm always over there talking and laying out the facts about some of these guys that's perpetrating the fraud. Thank you, Philip. Philip said, if you won't lose your money, put it on Fury. We trying to win some money here. All right. Bishop says Fury all cap. Q, you know it though. They unplugged the TV before. Yeah. He ain't fighting nobody. Two people that he fought that was of relevance. It was Deontay Wilder when he had the belt, and of course he fought him after a long layover. And listen, I ain't taking nothing for Fury. He can fight. He don't have to cheat. But he really but Deontay got in his head when he called him, and this is Deontay words, he called Tyson Fury, who's 6'9", and Deontay is 6'7", so they're big guys. He called Tyson Fury a big mama who got pillows for fists. Well, Big Mama Tyson said, you know what? I'm going to put something in my gloves, going to lay your ass out. And that's what he did. I said he called him a big mama with pillows for fists. Good Lord. These guys hear something else. Jarvis says, why I'm so excited for this season. I'm over here itching like a crack. It's coming, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Football season is on the way. July the 27th. All right. Byron says, guess Laddie Daddy plenty. I figured out he's suspended for or not. I don't know. I don't suspend it. Maybe a game, maybe less than that. Maybe 4. Goodell, you can never. It's no rhyme or reason with Roger Goodell. He don't like you, you know. And it's several examples of why, you know, the whole Bounty Gate thing when they had to come back and apologize, but they still playing it like the Saints were guilty of something. They had they apologized to the Saints for Bounty Gate, but they didn't give them any picks back. They didn't give them the money back, but they purposefully did that because they had to stop the Saints, because the Saints would have won that Super Bowl the next year. There was no team standing Saints' way. So they had to make sure that the Saints was off the map for several years. That's why you had those 3 7-9 campaigns when you were missing Coach Sean Payton, offensive staff, players, draft picks, money. They did all of that. And then when it was over and said and done, after the damage was done, then they apologized because they had figured they set you back 2 or 3 years by taking that personnel from you. So see our documents and calls it all out, man. And that's what really happened. They were trying to sabotage the Saints, and they used that as a measurement to do it. They would have found anything, man. It didn't matter if that guy was on there telling lies about what happened, or they paying bounties and all this kind of old bullshit. And then he moved on that. And like I said, they had to dispute to come back and apologize for it, but that's well after the fact that the damage was done. So when it comes down to Roger Goodell, I have no respect for Roger Goodell. That's one of the biggest heinous things he ever did to the Who Dat Nation. The second thing that I really don't like from Roger Goodell, I'm going to give you my top 3 hits Roger Goodell hating the Who Dat Nation. That was the first one with the Bounty Gate bullshit. The second one was when Roger Goodell, when they had the fiasco dealing with the Rams, when Roby Coleman ran over Tommy Lee Lewis, and then he had the opportunity, was in their rule books, that he could have replayed the game events in entirety, which what I would have done. I would have replayed the Saints game in its entirety, and came up with and made sure they did it the right way, and made sure the game was operated the correct way. That's how I would have done it. We just replay the game. Well, I started from that point. No. Just replay the whole game. We'll set up a special day here, and we'll replay the game here. It'll be on the Pro Bowl the week before the Super Bowl. We'll have that game played there, and then we'll play it out such and such, such and such. And whoever win, they'll go to the Super Bowl the next week. Do y'all agree on that? Yeah, we agree with that. Well, that's it. And let's go. That's what a fair commissioner did. What did this chump scum-ass bastard did? He went and ran and hid for 2 weeks and didn't come out with a press conference until it was the day before the Super Bowl, and he refused to take questions from the press about what was happening with the Saints and the Rams contest. He refused to field questions on it. He said what he got to say and left it at that. There was no apology to the Who Dat Nation. There was none of that done. There was nothing worthwhile done. There wasn't a draft pick awarded. There wasn't money given to you. There was nothing. It was just, oh, well, you just out of luck, tough titties. I mean, excuse my French. But it is what it is. That's how he left it. That was the heinous thing against the Who Dat Nation. And the last thing the scumbag trash did was when he attempted to steal the Who Dat said they're going to beat them Saints. Who Dat? You know, The mantra, you know what that this one?
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that?
You know that theme? That theme? He tried to steal that theme and make it NFL property and take possession of that from you. He trash. He's scum. And that's the big three that I hate from Goodell. That's why anything is possible when you're dealing with Roger Goodell. Anything. All right, so big ups to the family members, man. Let's keep going on. I don't know Tasha, baby. He been kind of in his own world right now. I'm gonna see if I can get him on there and see if I can get him to come on there, babe. I'm gonna talk to him about it. She asking about Sway. I'm gonna talk to him about it. He was on the TSC Q&A about 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna see if I can get him on the show. What's up, Jamie? Who that? He says, what do you think about Chris Richard going to change to be better? Yeah, I think Richard helps out the secondary. I think he helps out the secondary members. I love his style. I think he's an upgrade over Aaron Glenn. No disrespect to Aaron Glenn. I think Aaron did a good job. I think Coach Richard is just another level. That's my deal. I just think he's better. And I think it's a breath of fresh air for those secondary members. And let me tell you something. To have the Legion of Boom architect on your team telling you that I want to create a Legion of Boom in New Orleans, man, if I'm a defensive back, boy, I'm brimming with enthusiasm with that. And I think he'll do a really great job. Damon says, Q, you thought on Sha'Carri Richardson blowing her Olympic gold chances. Well, Damon, I think it's a shame. I think she has tremendous talent. But this is not the end. Sometimes these might look like issues or problems, but this is something greater. She's a great athlete. She's super fast, man, and very talented, very intelligent too. So I don't look at it as a bad situation because that's not a real gold medal she getting. That's gold plated. It's often like I'm saying, it's like it's one of the biggest things in the world. Like, okay, they're not cute, they ain't really doing it for the such and such, but you out there showing, you out there giving the best of yourself, running around here risking injury, doing all that. You ain't making no money. You ain't getting paid for nothing. And who getting and the people doing all that, they're making top money. I was like, that's one of the biggest scams in the world. They're making top dollar off these athletes, and they're using your pride of your country or company or corporation. That's better well said. The pride of your corporation to get you to do something for free. Listen, even I have pride in my corporation or whatever. That shouldn't be used to like, well, you got pride. Come on over here and do this for free. What? Are you doing what you're doing for free? Are those stadiums, were you selling concessions? Is that going back to the people? Hell no, we keeping all that. I say, okay, well, you need to turn some of that over to them people. Or at least give them real gold medals, reals and all this kind of stuff and not gold-plated junk. But in my opinion, I think this is more of a blessing than of anything, man, for her. Because she'll come out better. She'll come out, sometimes we go through these little things, man. She's young. I think this will won't stop her. This will catapult her into greater and better pursuits, in my opinion, man. One door open, another one door closed, another door open. This young lady will have plenty of opportunities to show what she can do on the big stage, and she'll get paid for it, by the way. Anyway, let's keep it going. Paul says, Q, Chris Paul and Anthony Davis should still be in New Orleans. Yeah, I agree with that, Uncle Paulie. We had a lot of buffoonish stuff going on. Greg says not looking for Milwaukee so far. All right, KK says, not with that disrespect, Chris Paul, dirty player. Yeah, Chris Paul kind of got away from here. And a lot of people don't like Chris Paul, man, because Chris Paul kind of sneaky. And they know that. Chris Paul kind of sneaky. He a company man. He do stuff, that sometimes he'll say one thing and then you'll go behind your back and do something else. Chris Paul, I know about Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul got away from here. And, he plays the game. Let me just tell you just like that. He plays the game. That's why a lot of people don't like Chris Paul. Q, I thought the show was going off. It's about to go off, fam. Ram said, hey, Q, does Roger Goodell have a term limit as commissioner? He needs to go. I know, fam. No, ain't no term limit. He'll be back in there. They love him because they make money off of him. Jarvis says, Q, it would be cool if we can take the show and tailgate at the home opener and be there. How about that, huh, Jarvis? Tailgating at the, yeah, that would be cool, man. You know, it depends on, you know, New Orleans got a lot of restrictions, and we'll check it out, bro. That's the main impediment to this. What's up, Dev? Dev84 John. What's up, my brother? Good to see you in the chat, man. Who that, Phoebe? How you doing, Phoebe? Good to see you in the chat. Long time no see. What's up, Lori, baby? How you doing? Big ups to Lori. Good to see you in the chat, Lori, my friend. All right, so that'll do it, fam. Listen, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys for tuning in for the show today on this Thursday episode. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all know, like I said, I appreciate you. What's up, Miss Sexy Blacksmith? Who that to you, baby? Much love to you and Yearns. Good to see you on the show. Much love to you. Thank you for joining us. All right, and like I said, I'd like to give a shout out to the entire Who Dat Nation. Big ups to the Great Saint Think Tank, man. I appreciate y'all for all your support and all the great things y'all do, all the great conversations we have. And like I said, fam, we'll return on Friday for our Friday show, and we'll open up the lines, man, so people can chime in and, voice their, concerns or their excitement for the upcoming season. I'd like to hear from you guys, coming up tomorrow. And like I said, I'll open the show up for 3-4 hours, man. And also, as well. Yeah, I know. I'm going to tell him, Jarvis. Jarvis says he missed Wade too. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get him on there. Because every time I tell him, the people won't, people asking about you. No, they ain't. They ain't asking about me. You making that up. I'm like, oh, dude, why do we always go through this? Why do I have to keep telling you the same thing? That the people ask for you? Why would I need to just tell you that if people are asking for you, Swade? The people are asking. No, they not. Okay, I hear you, Swade. What's up, Marvin? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate it. But that's what he do. Every time I say, man, listen, Swade, the people asking for you. No, they ain't. Okay, what can I do with that? When I told you the people, no, they ain't. I'm like, bro, I ain't even get it all the way. I ain't even say everything yet before you know they ain't. All right, I got you, bro. I hear you. All right, so much love to the family members. Feel free to hit the like button, family. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe and join the Great Saint Think Tank and Who Dat Nation. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell as well. And if you, okay, cute. Tasha says, cute, you disappeared on us. Yeah, I don't know. Something happened with my computer last night. It just cut. I mean, not my computer, but my connection went, my connection. I think we had a storm or something that kind of knocked my connection out. It went out, and I was like, by the time I got it back up, it was 30 minutes later. And I was like, you know what? I'm taking my tail to bed. The Great Saint Think Tank, they really intelligent. They'll find out. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all so much. What's Applied Pressure? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. All right. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Sexy Blacksmith. Damon says, Big Q, your thoughts on Trey Hendrickson this season? I think Trey, we'll see on Trey, man. I think Trey Hendrickson, man, he's good. Will he excel in Cincinnati knowing that he might be the subject of double teams? That's the big question, because he 13.5 sacks off all of that was pretty much single coverage or single blocking. Could he do it being blocked? You're getting $60 million to see. We'll see them next. We'll see with Cincinnati. So, I mean, Trey's good, but he got to stay healthy. That's been a major problem. Can he beat the double team? We'll see. That's the big question, isn't it? All right. Thank you. Applied Pressure, much love. King Logic, what's up, fam? He said I got here late, but okay. Thank you, King Logic. Much love to you, my friend. Appreciate you. All right, Pelican said, hey, Big Q, tell Goodell have a Coke and a smile, and I got you, fam. Yeah. For real, right? All right, for real. Thank you, King Logic. Appreciate you for the super chat, my friend. Much love to you, my friend. Appreciate you. All right, Apply says salute to the entire Saints, the Great Saint Think Tank, my favorite Saints podcast. Much love to you, Applied Pressure. Thank you. And once again, thank you, King Logic, for your super chat, my friend. Thank all of you, man. Appreciate you. Elite, thank you, fam. He says, you can't fool us, Big Q. You sound like you. No. Yeah. Well, just for tomorrow. And like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. We got a couple of streams we got to do tomorrow. We got the Pelican post-game report that will come on a little later. We're going to do the sports coma as well. I'll just be looking out for your notifications as well, family, as well. Be looking out for that. And, of course, TSC Unleashed. We beta tested that last year. TSC Unleashed is coming back, family. We're going coming up soon. So just give me y'all a note that show will be being our Sunday, like a Saturday morning show, a TSC Unleashed, and we'll be starting that up. It'll have its own channel. I beta test a lot on the main channel before it sprinters out and everything. Everything that I've done, I beta tested it first, and then if it takes off, then I give it its own platform. So it was pretty fun, man. But yeah, TSC Unleashed, if you enjoyed that, it'll be coming back every Saturday morning from 9 to 12. So then I'll be letting y'all know when that's going to kick off. So it'll be kicking off soon. So, but yeah, Ramsey, I got you, fam. Tailgate at Weedats, I got you, fam. I got you. We got to get a hold of my dog Till and his brother, and we got to see about making that happen, man. So like I said, it's all about them restrictions and see how we fit in with that. But listen, fam, I appreciate y'all. If you love the platform, please feel free, if you haven't already, to go and join our Patreon at patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. That's patreon.com/the Pro Media Network, patreon.com/the Pro Media Network, where you can get access to our lot content. We got 50 plus shows of TSC Unleashed. Is a show we do every Tuesday exclusively for Patreon. We'll be doing that. Also, to let the family members know that On Cue with Big Q, which is a show we do exclusively for Patreon, but the TSC Q&A Live, Patreon and YouTube member family could view that lot content. The Patreon also has the On Cue with Big Q news show that we do, try to do once a week, where we cover some really heavy-handed topics, some real heavy stuff that I don't see most people talking about, to be honest with you. A lot of that stuff is completely blocked out, but we covered a lot of that stuff with facts and details and poignant conversation, all that stuff, man. We cover it all. So you can get access to all those shows as well on patreon.com for as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, or the different levels of the tiers when that goes out to help the platform. Also, we're going to be introducing some more merchandise. If you can check the pro links, the pro shop links, we got clothing there and stuff like that helps out the platform, all kind of stuff, man. There's many ways there. So I'd like to thank all the family members. I hear you, Tasha. Y'all stay tuned to Pillow Talk. Oh, Pillow Talk with Big Q. All right, that's the relationship show. All right, that's the right. I got you. Oh, that's the relationship show. Tasha said, yeah, man, you need to go ahead on and do that, man. Start talking that. And like I said, fam, we're going to cover some stuff. So anyway, much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace. And who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
WhoThatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.